Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, rest.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 19. Double dog, that's the way. 25, check 25, check 25.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Showing it, showing the car.
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Here we go.
They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it here with Perine. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Focus, defense, focus. Check safety, check safety. Hey, 31.
Now P. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's P. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 23.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
He's it. 19. Coming to the 24. He's coming, he's coming.
Now a carry for P. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Rough Knights.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Down. Touchdown. Watch the run, watch the run. Check. 22, check, cover. 22, run.
First down, Vic. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening. Drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown,
Check 24. Check 24. And go. And go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way.
the gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 13 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Samaje Perine, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Let's get it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Vick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Vick operating on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Line 51, line 51. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 51 to the box.
Throwing again. Vick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Samaje Perine with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
51's the Mike. Watch the pass. Go, Mike.
On 2nd and 9, Vick. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Samaje Perine on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says, big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing again, Vic on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Vic now. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I got you. Let's go. Mike 51. Mike 51. You must be.
They will indeed go for it. Vic, he's got his tight end, David Njoku. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Vic will look to throw on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Back to it after the pick 6. Vic got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
Check 3. Check the backer. Wide. Get wide. Any weapon. Hey, alert 3. Watch switch. Orbit. Yo, I got it.
Now a give, right side. Muhammad. And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On third down, Vick out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Muhammad. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. And watch delay. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, Hilliard. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dontrell Hilliard. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Check three, check three. Alert! 52, 52.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run again with Pirine, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
What's that? 19! Need some therapy after this. Hey, we got tight right, tight right. 4 down, 4 down. Check it out and go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Check, 59. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike, check, 59.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He's got a 1st down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is Muhammad. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the
To throw on 2nd and 6. Vick. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Shoot. Check 13. Check. Check. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Muhammad. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 49-yard line.
Switch. Joker, joker. Joker. Slam, slam, slam. Check 99. Check 99.
They go again with Muhammad. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield, too.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up. Go, go. Shift. Watch the shift. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On first down, Hilliard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
3 down. Check, 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 check. 64. Wait. Go, go. Zip, zip. Oh, shit.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Mike 51. Keep it up, defense.
On 2nd down, Muhammad. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go. Hayward. Hey, Mike 51. Mike, go. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Here we are.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he will find his man on the outside. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Vic nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, and as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Pirine to begin the drive. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Watson now on 3rd down. And it's complete. Hooper. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
Again, here's Pirine. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Switch. Slam. Hey, watch it.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Watch the screen. Check 43. Tighten up. Put it on. Sponge. Spotty weapon. Go.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First down, Black Knights.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They toss to Pirine. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
Check, 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 check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Check that, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Bang, 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 let's go.
They'll go to P-Ryan, trying to pound it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll run it with P-Ryan. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, motion.
On second down now, Muhammad. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
51. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Look small.
One last shot for Michael Vick. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for our visitors, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash and roll the spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. Know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back